Welcome to the video and welcome to the channel. This channel is for teaching or preaching. So I hope by the end of this video you will have learned something. I would like to thank one of my subscribers for this video. You know who you are. The subscriber said that this would make a good video for me. So let's see what I gotten myself into today. My subscriber is upset with the channel called Inside Russia. The channel is run by a gentleman that calls himself Constantine. Recently he made a response video about some myths that he felt he needed to bust. Constantine numbered them and my sub and I feel that 2 of the myths have not been dispelled. However, after doing my homework on Constantine I was left with more questions than answers. Let us meet Constantine.
Thank you. Today is going to be a fun stream, okay? Very amusing. It was very amusing for me to actually be getting ready for this stream. Oh, I'm going to be busting the myths about myself. The 10 myths that I have learned about myself on internet. Yeah, I know. It's, well, to make a long story short, this is what happened. A famous YouTuber, his name is Jake, he picked up one of my videos and he did a picking apart type of video.
Ha, 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 what is so funny? Apparently Constantine does not enjoy criticism. I found 2 other YouTubers that felt the need to talk about Constantine. Let us see if he is still enthusiastic after, if this video ever makes its way to him.
So, a YouTube channel in English, doing the same kind of stuff as Roman.
It's almost been 3 months since the start of this special military operation of Russia against Ukraine. In this video, I'll share my thoughts on how I personally fare under the sanctions.
So this guy, Constantine, has not left Russia, he hasn't emigrated, and he's been showing the effects of sanctions, showing what's going on, and he is there in Russia. So he's actually really under threat of being potentially arrested for his content and convicted and suffering the consequences that Roman, who fled, and that's fine. I understand he didn't want to stay in Russia with the current government, and he wanted to still make sure he got his money, but this guy's actually there. Let's see what he says. In his video. It's kind of poignant, I think.
Shout out to my man, Conor.
Welcome back, everyone. Jake here. Today, we're going to react to another YouTuber's video, and it's from the channel Inside Russia. This gentleman right here, his name is Constantine, and he's got 109,000 subscribers. He advertises on his channel, no propaganda, no fake news, no BS, living in today's Russia explained. Constantine was born and raised in Russia. However, most of his adult life, he lived outside of Russia, even living in the United States for a couple years. However, today he is back in Russia. And a couple days ago, he posted this interesting video titled, Life in Russia Under Sanctions, Food Prices, Shortages, Baby Formula. It's gotten about 146,000 views. So let's watch this video together and we'll pause it occasionally and I'll explain to you what I find so interesting about this video.
My man, Jake, I think I smell some BS coming.
Number 7. I delete comments that I don't like. That's a myth. I think I've deleted 2 comments way before with obscenities, people using swear words, just 2. That's it. I never delete comments. Why would I? There is actually something that prevents certain comments from being published, and that's the blacklist. I have a few blacklist words, not too many, but just a few. the words I don't want to appear on my channel. And if someone types a comment and includes those words, they automatically are sent for the review. And right now there are a few hundred comments in the review section, and I never review them. I don't have time. They're gonna be deleted in 60 or 30 days or something like that. And then some users are banned on the channel, therefore their comments don't even appear. Okay, no one sees the comments that they make except for themselves. And some users are banned or comments deleted by one of the mods, who sometimes finds an appropriate message, and I leave it up to discretion of the mods, who I trust completely. Sometimes they delete them, but I don't think that happens too often. So that's a myth. I don't.
Constantine, you can play the semantics game all you want, you are responsible for the actions of your mods, and that's the bottom line, for the simple fact that you trust them in representing you. What happened to no BS on your channel? These are the comments that were made by my subscriber that do not appear on his videos. Remember, semantics, banned, or deleted, or however you want to spin your narrative. Constantine, I will be breaking down the comments individually.
Lots of independent media has been announced as agents of foreign states. There have been new laws introduced, signed into existence, that greatly limit ability of Russian citizens, Russian reporters, speak on some topics. And basically, in other words, that's censorship. It has been introduced in Russia, and lots of Russians are afraid to speak freely on some issues, plain and simple. They don't want to contradict Russian government. And there are some laws, if we say something that contradicts information that Russian government creates and informs people on, then that's a misdemeanor and or a criminal offense. There's a huge fines and there's possible time behind bars. In my opinion, any limitations of free speech for any country is not a good thing. And
he said it in his own words, any limitations on free speech by any country is not good, but it is okay to limit people's opinions in your comments. I believe that falls under the description on hypocrisy. Comment 1. Explain Russian world or Russky Mir. Eventually, was adopted by the Russian administration, and Vladimir Putin decreed the establishment of the government-sponsored Russky Mir in 2007, according to Wikipedia. Constantine, I ask you, is there a law against explaining this law? The outside world has painted a negative picture of Russian world, and your subscriber wanted clarifications before passing judgment, but apparently you can't handle confirming or denying this information. Let's analyze the comment and break it down. How does Russky Mir feel now? If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. All Russians are responsible for all their problems. If your government does not represent you, then do something about it. The only good Russians are the protester who have the pride and convictions to call themselves Russian. They are the martyrs that will be idolized and remembered in the future. I don't see anything wrong with that. It starts out a little condescending, but it's not really anti-Russian. Constantine, I don't really see a problem with that. Why do you hide this from your viewers?
I never delete comments. Myth number 8, it's actually it's also pretty amusing one. One of the strangest that I've seen, I've read on YouTube, is that I do YouTube for money. This is a good one.
Ha, 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 what is so funny?
I started YouTube about 3.5 years ago, and my initial drive inside, I understood that Russia was such a tremendously large white spot in minds of many, many foreigners, misunderstood and unexplored. People simply didn't know much information, true information about Russia, and the information that was available sometimes wasn't that true, you know. Start making videos, and for the longest time I was not even monetized on YouTube. Not being monetized is having less than 1,000 subscribers, not making a penny. I got monetized last March of 2021. And for quite some time I was making, I don't know, a couple hundred per month, 150 for something like that from YouTube. I was born in a very poor family, because commies, they took everything away from my ancestors back in 1920s, and you know, my grandpas, grandmas, they weren't doing well, they were struggling, and I hated being poor, and I pledged at early age that I'm not going to be poor when I grow up. And all my life I've been trying to develop as a professional to actually earn money, earn decent living. And I've succeeded somewhat. I'm not rich, but I'm well-to-do, middle class by Russian standards, perhaps upper middle class. I have about 25 years work experience. I started working when I was 12 years old. Those occasional works, jobs, you know, just for pocket money. But when I was 20, I started working full-time, and I've been continuing for 26 years. I'm 46 now, and I have a few properties. I have a couple nice cars. My wife drives a Lexus. I drive a Mercedes. We have a house together. We have apartment. I bought my parents a house. But that's as far as it goes. I have worked for a company that constructs energy facilities, power stations, electricity generating stations, large boiler stations for steam and heat generation, transmission distribution lines, and high voltage substations. I never considered that to be like even considerable partial income for me. I've had a full-time job for my entire life, and I've been working full-time for the past, I don't know, 26 years pretty much, and I never even thought of relying on YouTube as my sole income, making it for the money, you know, doing it for the money. Things changed in March. I got a considerable amount, mostly in super chats, some in advertising revenue. Money came in very welcomed, came in handy. Not too huge of amount, but considerable. It was a considerable help to my budget. I've covered a couple credits that I had, paid them out, and a pretty good amount. Nothing like in March, but nevertheless. And you know, YouTube money, super chats, advertising revenue helped me to feel more confident these days. It's a big addition to my salary, to my wage that I make. And it really helps me, gives me confidence to not to worry about raising prices, basically. That's the the greatest thing that I've gotten from YouTube financially so far. It gives me confidence. It does not. I would be picking and choosing if for not for YouTube, foods, like spendings, things that I would spend on my kids, on my wife. Now with YouTube, I don't really see at the prices. Okay, that's a great thing. But I have started YouTube. I started YouTube not even thinking about money, and every single day when I go live, every single time I make a video, I don't think about money whatsoever. I think about spreading my message. I think about bringing the community together, and I think about praying at the end of the stream. These are my concerns. When money come, when super chats come, they're welcomed. I really like that. But that's goal number 39 of me doing YouTube. In the last, just to finish up this stream, I'll tell you guys, if YouTube demonetized all the channels right now, I would still be go ahead and like do the streams every single day, every single evening. I would still be making videos, not making one single buck from YouTube. Because I think what is important these days is spreading the message, not just making money. Making money is great and it helps, but if not $1 would come my way, I would still be doing that. You don't have to believe it, I don't care, but that's the truth. Anyway, thank you for a wonderful stream. I enjoyed talking about these myths. I enjoyed, getting your comments, super chats, so many super chats today, so many great messages. Thank you so much.
I want the viewers to remember his own statements. YouTube money is goal number 39. He is a businessman. Upper middle class. Well-to-do. I want the viewers to understand how the truth can be mixed in with the narrative Constantine is trying to portray. Prior to the event, as he refers to it, he had limited success on the YouTube platforms. He only posted a couple times a month, with also a couple of hundred views. I am unable to find if the views are now inflated due to his new success or not. This is all public information that if you are questioning can be verified on your own.
Thank you so much, Julia. I have been told that money is a form of love. To me, money, super chats are important because they show that people like what I say and what I do so much that they send some of their money. And money, today, not just in Russia, but anywhere, money is hard earned. I don't really think there are people here who don't do much for money. We all work hard to earn them. And if we part and send some money to somebody else, that means that we really value what that person does. We really appreciate the work. And every time I get a super chat, that's the first feeling, is that my work is valued and appreciated. That's why I like them so much. Money helps, of course, but that's number two. The number one is the message itself. So thank you very much. You nailed right there, right on the point.
I question your sincerity and motivations, Constantine, yet money is number 2 in this video, but when you attempted to bust the myth it was number 39 on the list. Why go through the trouble of setting up accounts to accept money, if money is not the motivation? Why make members only content through Patreon if money is not the motivation? Why live stream daily and accept super chats? I see it as milking a cash cow for every ruble or whatever currency that is coming in for you. You are equating money with gratitude and therefore creating an atmosphere for those viewers who elicit gratitude from you. Gratitude can also be had without the transfer of currency. Let us have a look at the last comment my subscriber attempted to post on Constantine's channel. Warning. By this time the sub was frustrated and had to take the gloves off. This is about to get juicy. I don't see how you call yourself a Christian and believe in God. You said it yourself, you only became popular when the event started. You are profiting from blood of Ukraine. A true Christian would share without accepting anything in return. You said it yourself, you're a businessman and that is your true intentions. You are taking your super chats, monetization, Patreon, and the views, for your crocodile tears. This is the exact thing your government does, take advantage of the ignorance of others. You say it's for charities, but all the donations are funding the special military operations and you know this. As a businessman, I dare you to deny this facts. If money is not the root of your purpose, then you should stop accepting donations. Is what we should expect from Russian religions. To turn Ukrainian blood in rubles. Ouch, that has to hurt. The sub came out swinging and I think he connected a couple of times. Just like you, Constantine, I have questions. Constantine. Are your subscribers Russian sympathizers? Do your subscribers know they are funding the war in Ukraine? Are you a war profiteer? Are your donations blood money? What is more important, your religion or money? Are you a hypocrite by limiting speech like your government? Is Ruski Mir considered fascism? Fascism is a form of far-right, authoritarian ultranationalism, characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition, and strong regimentation of society and the economy. Ruski Mir Russian World was created by decree by Vladimir Putin in 2007, as a government-sponsored organization aimed at promoting the Russian language and Russian culture worldwide, and forming the Russian world as a global project. If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, I am going to call it a duck. My message to Constantine. Matthew 6:24. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Final message. Russian YouTubers are directly funding the war against Ukraine through taxation of the money imported into Russia. Every donation through Patreon is used to buy ammunition, fuel, paying salaries used to spill the blood of the Ukrainian people. Patreon has yet to stop monetizing YouTubers in Russia. If you disagree with their company practices, there is a link below to show that it is unacceptable and should be stopped. Slava Ukraine. I will leave links below to the channels and videos. If you wish to verify anything, the clips are lengthy in order to not take things that were said out of context. Thank you for watching. This video was meant for educational purposes only. If you like, please hit the like button, if not hit the other one.